Hey everybody, it's Lori. I am here because I wanted to share a project with you that I just finished up that it feels like I've been working on forever. This is an altered book that I did for a swap that I'm participating in over at Mini Album Scrap's Ning site. And for this particular swap, we could sign up to either do it virtually because it's kind of a new adventure for all of us, or we could sign up to actually do a swap. And there are a few of us, including myself, that signed up to actually swap them. So this is what I came up with. This is my first altered book. And let me tell you, they make it look a lot easier to do than it actually was, because I feel like I've been working on this thing forever. Like it just seemed as though nothing went right, or as smoothly as I thought it should, I guess I should say. So this particular book I got at the dollar store, and I started off by gutting it, and not really gutting it, but just pulling out sections of the book that I wanted to make room for the gussets in between the pages, and then glued the rest of the pages together to make, one thick page. But unfortunately, because a lot of books nowadays are not really made with stitched in signatures anymore, they're just all glued in. Once I started pulling pages out, the book kind of started falling apart. So it ended up being kind of a nightmare, but I think I got it put back together where it's not going to just disintegrate. So what I used to decorate this book is the digital download kit called Simply Jane by Dreamzetc. She has an Etsy shop and a YouTube channel, so I will go ahead and give you links for both of those below. And then on the front here, I used a piece from the kit, and then I made some handmade flowers. This is my first attempt at the handmade paper roses, and I don't think they turned out too bad. I just kind of dry brushed them with some different colors of acrylic paint. And then I did some masking with some modeling paste with the clock mask. And I used a metal filigree piece here from Butterbee Scraps. And then I also Mod Podged down a napkin that I got from Kim Reed. And also some tea-dyed pieces of tea-dyed doilies. I Mod Podged those down as well. Did some more masking on the back. And then underneath the piece here from the digital kit, I took a couple of sheets of the corrugated paper pad from DCWV, the little 6x6 pads, and I took a couple of sheets of those, and I just kind of butted them up together and then ripped along the edges here to make it look really weathered and distressed. And then I inked up everything with both the walnut stain, distress stain, and the vintage photo color. And then I also painted around all of the edges of the covers and the inside pages with a couple of different colors of brown tones of acrylic paint. One of them has kind of a metallic finish to it, and the other one was a matte, and I just kind of finger painted those on. And then going inside here, every page has either a sheet of paper or like a cutout from the paper collection. And I put some washi tape in between each page here to kind of cover up the raggedy look, I guess is what I'm trying to say, in between each page from where I tore out pages. And each one of the pieces of paper I distressed with the Tim Holtz paper distresser, and then also went around with the vintage photo distress stain. And I've got a little shabby rosette here and a little piece of a doily underneath. And then I also put some flaps in the book here that I used the cutouts from the paper. So like, for example, this is a cutout from the paper, and then so is the tag. And I made pockets out of each one of the flaps. And then I did some hand-dyed seam binding on a lot of the tags too. And then on the flip side of each one of the flaps, I just did some journaling lines in case somebody actually wants to use this book. I left space to either journal or put pictures or whatever. This is a really pretty paper collection. I love it. And over here is another flap with a cutout in there. More journaling lines. And more washi tape in the middle here. This is, I did some fussy cutting from the paper. She had some elements that she could cut out, and I'm just using it for a little pocket for a tea-dyed tag. And another little piece of a crocheted doily here with a shabby rosette on it. And each one of the shabby rosettes I went over just very lightly with vintage photo to kind of stain it up a little bit. And I did not use all of the sheets in the collection. There were still probably, I think, 4 sheets left over. And some of the cutouts as well. And over here I just did a bottom pocket with some wide lace and another shabby flower here. Another tea-dyed tag. And some more washi tape in the middle here. And another one of the flaps with a tag. And some more journaling lines. And then over here I used a piece of wide trim that I went over a little bit with the vintage photo stain. I made a pocket out of it. A tea-dyed tag here. And another one of the cutout tags. And on the back of each one of the tags I just inked up. I didn't put any lines or anything. I just used the vintage photo stain. And another little shabby flower up here. And a flap with a tag in it. And some journaling lines. And then on this page I made another pocket out of some wide lace. Little piece of a doily underneath here with a shabby rosette. And this is one of the cutouts here from the collection. And some more washi tape in the middle. I tried to glue this washi tape down, but this stuff just does not want to stick. I'm going to have to add some more glue. And another flap here with a cutout tag. Some more journaling lines. And then on this page, got another flap with a cutout from the paper. Oops, I don't know where that came from. And some more journaling lines, and then another little piece that you could cut out, and a little ticket that came with the paper collection. And then over here, I did another bottom pocket with some wide trim that's in a very pale yellow color. And some more washi tape. And another tag cutout. And then in the last part here, another bottom pocket with some burlap trim. And a doily piece and another shabby rosette. And a tea-dyed tag. And another couple of different washi tapes, and a flap with a cutout, and some more journaling lines. And then I just, as you can see, wrapped around from the back the piece of the doily that I had Mod Podged down. And that's it. I hope my partner and whoever ends up getting it likes it. So thanks a lot for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, let me know.